Hey guys, welcome back to The Sports Entertainer. There are a lot of wild wrestling news stories going around today, including a sad update on Drew McIntyre's status in WWE, some more big returns for the 2024 Royal Rumble, an update on Big E's future in WWE, and much more. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss out on an episode. Now join us as The Sports Entertainer looks at the breaking wrestling news and rumors you need to know. Jinder Mahal breaks shocking streak. Now, the former WWE champion Jinder Mahal certainly started off the year with a bang, as Jinder first had a great segment with The Rock on the first edition of Raw this year, and then proceeded to get himself a World Heavyweight title match against Seth Rollins 2 weeks later. And while Jinder was unsuccessful, it's nice to see Jinder at least getting some shine and attention again in WWE, and the modern-day Maharaja recently broke a pretty sad streak at a recent WWE live event over the weekend in Alabama, where Jinder defeated Ricochet in a singles match. And if you guys weren't aware, the last time Jinder won a match at a WWE live event was 6 years ago. That's right, 6 years ago, all the way back in September 2017, where Jinder retained his WWE title against Randy Orton at a live event in China. Hopefully the never hinder Jinder trend continues in WWE this year, because there's no doubt Jinder is a great heel that draws genuine heel reactions from fans, which is quite rare these days, and no doubt WWE could find something worthwhile for Jinder to do going into WrestleMania 40 season. Next up, more big returns for 2024 Royal Rumble. Now, according to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, the word backstage during Friday Night SmackDown this past week was that Rey Mysterio will be at the Royal Rumble this weekend, although it's not been confirmed yet if Mysterio will be making his in-ring return at the show, but Mysterio has stated in a recent interview that he'd love to make his return at the Royal Rumble, and if not at the event, then shortly after the Rumble, and if Rey Mysterio does return at the Royal Rumble, there's no doubt fans will give Rey a loud, thunderous pop, as he would certainly be a big return for the Rumble match, someone a lot of fans have been hoping to see finally come back. Now, Rey Mysterio isn't the only possible big return that could be occurring at the Royal Rumble, because it was revealed by WrestlingNews.co that The Undertaker, along with his wife Michelle McCool, will be at the Royal Rumble, and while Undertaker is likely just visiting, Michelle McCool could be a surprise entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble like she has in past years. Quote, "It should be noted that The Undertaker and Michelle McCool are also expected to be at the Royal Rumble. Regarding Taker, he is there visiting, while it's possible McCool is a surprise entrant like last year. Michelle McCool would certainly be an awesome addition to the Women's Royal Rumble match, so hopefully she does end up appearing as a surprise entrant." Bayley breaks character on Michael Cole. Now, we all know the hilarious mini-feud on WWE television between Michael Cole and Bayley, but on a recent edition of the Under the Ring podcast, Bayley broke character to firstly give fans insight on her infamous times of yelling at Michael Cole during the pandemic. Quote, "It was just a weird time. A lot of stuff was on the fly and we kind of just had to fill time. So that a lot of that just came from like, okay, well, it's awkwardly quiet in here. There's only one person in this arena and it's Michael Cole, so he's getting it. It's just random things like that that make you really think on your feet, which is fun." Bayley would continue by revealing the truth, how she really feels about Michael Cole, and clearly there isn't a rivalry between the two behind the scenes whatsoever, quite the opposite. Quote, "Honestly, he's the greatest at what he does. He has done this for 25 years? I can't even imagine. And being able to be consistent with that, he did 2 shows every week. I get tired doing one. I will give him all his flowers and his respect and all that stuff. It's nice to see that even one of Michael Cole's biggest rivals on TV in Bayley cannot help, but give him his props, as Cole is a legend, no doubt." Next up, sad update on Drew McIntyre's status in WWE. Now, there's no doubt that Drew McIntyre's future in WWE, or lack thereof, has been one of the hot topics among wrestling fans for months now, with it being revealed not long ago that McIntyre had still not re-signed with WWE, with his current contract set to expire at some point in 2024, likely April. which obviously led some fans to believe that Drew McIntyre could legitimately be on his way out of WWE, and possibly looking to other wrestling companies like All Elite Wrestling or TNA Wrestling as his next move in the business, after being unhappy over the way things have gone for him in WWE the past couple of years. Well, the update we have to share regarding Drew McIntyre's status in WWE is certainly a bleak one, as Mike Johnson of PW Insider Elite has reported that Drew McIntyre still has not signed any new deal with the company, which is obviously very concerning news. Quote, Drew McIntyre still hasn't signed a new contract with WWE. If a new deal isn't reached, McIntyre would be free and clear to sign anywhere right after WrestleMania 40. Now, Drew McIntyre is still being featured as one of the top superstars on Raw despite only having a couple of months left on his current deal, with McIntyre having mini feuds with the likes of Cody Rhodes and CM Punk heading into the 2024 Royal Rumble, but perhaps WWE are still pushing McIntyre to show him that they plan to give him a push if he does re-sign, but clearly McIntyre isn't buying that, hence why he still hasn't re-signed, or perhaps Drew is waiting for a better money offer from WWE which hasn't come his way yet. Regardless, definitely not the update we want to hear regarding McIntyre, and it's really starting to look as though McIntyre could be leaving WWE this year, which again would likely be sometime in April 2024, following WrestleMania 40, when his current deal expires. Next up, update on Big E's future in WWE. Now, a lot of fans have been hoping that we could be getting close to the in-ring return of Big E, with some hoping that Big E will be a surprise entrant in the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match, but in a recent interview with TMZ, Big E spoke a bit about his potential return to WWE, and clearly Big E isn't rushing anything, so a Royal Rumble return may be out of the question. Quote, it's all together. The bones are connected to the other bones. I just want to make a smart decision. I didn't start wrestling to end up in a wheelchair, so I want to make sure I'm making the best decision for myself. I don't have a timeline, unfortunately, so thank you for asking. We hope Big E can eventually return to the ring in WWE, as it would truly be sad if his journey in WWE ended in such an unceremonious way, so we're still holding out hope he'll be back at some point. New World Heavyweight Champion on Raw tonight? Now, Boozer or BWE teased a big thing happening on Monday Night Raw tonight regarding Seth Rollins and his announcement on his future as the World Heavyweight Champion, with the lingering injury news, with BWE posting a picture of current Intercontinental Champion Gunther confronting Seth Rollins, with Pro Wrestling Finesse on Twitter or X stating this, quote, BWE is teasing that something might happen between Seth Rollins and Gunther. My interest is piqued. Now, some fans reacted to this post with messages like, quote, I would be totally okay with the title going on Gunther somehow, hashtag WWE Raw, and Seth says he fighting champ and does open challenge, out comes Gunther, Imperium beats him up, Gunther pins him new champion. Do you guys think we will be seeing a new World Heavyweight Champion crowned tonight on Raw ahead of the 2024 Royal Rumble, or will this latest tease by BWE not amount to what some fans are speculating, that Gunther will be taking that world title from Rollins? Well guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.